guys, welcome to Calm Belly TV. I'm Julie O'Hara and my website is calmbellykitchen.com. So if you're new around here, I'm a health coach who helps people with IBS manage symptoms and feel better fast with the FODMAP diet. So do you want to know the best way to feel better fast? It's to shorten the learning curve and get a clear plan to get started with the FODMAP diet so that you're not spending weeks figuring out all the little subtleties. So on that note, I want to remind you that our new program, Calm Belly Quick Start, is open for registration right now, but only until tomorrow. That's Thursday, January 18th. So check it out. I'm going to put the link to the page in the video description. I'm going to put it in the comments. So if you're somebody who is just getting started with the FODMAP diet, or you've been working with it for a little while, but you're not seeing the kind of results you think you should see, and you're feeling like you're at square one, this is the program for you. So the main goal is to get you feeling better quickly, and we do that with our Quick Start meal plan, and then we work on getting you the most dramatic results possible by covering all aspects of the FODMAP diet so that you can feel your absolute best and do it as quickly and painlessly as possible. All right, so look into that if that sounds good to you. So talking about feeling your best, that really segs perfectly into the topic for today, and that is 5 non-obvious ways to get the biggest improvement in your symptoms. So these are 5 ways, 5 things that I've seen help my clients and my students the most when it comes to kind of tweaking and fine-tuning. So, we can get you to the point where you're eating the right foods. I can teach you how to do that. I can tell you exactly what to eat. But sometimes people need additional strategies and additional kind of tweaks. The FODMAP diet can do a lot. It can improve symptoms a lot. But I know that I would, and I know you want to feel as good as you can possibly feel now that you're putting in all this effort. So here are 5 non-obvious ways to get the biggest improvement that your body is possibly capable of. All right, I will say thank you so much for tuning in live. Oh, hi, Melanie. Thank you so much. All right, I'm glad you're here. I will definitely leave time for Q&A at the end of this video. I'll have to look at my notes, so I won't see your comments while I'm going through the material, but definitely save up your questions and I'll answer any FODMAP questions at the end. All right, so starting in with the first non-obvious way to improve your symptoms. So the first thing you want to do is look for sneaky FODMAPs in medications and supplements, not just in food. So a lot of us get started quickly with reading ingredient labels and looking for those little things at the very end of the long list of ingredients, but you really want to check all of your medications, your supplements, and your probiotics. So one really great example of this is that inulin is often used in probiotics, and that is high FODMAP. So, I mean, the irony, you're taking probiotics to help with IBS, but you're unknowingly getting this high FODMAP ingredient, and that can make a big impact on your digestion. It can, cancel out all the good things you're doing with eating the right food. I actually got a probiotic from my doctor years ago, and I noticed after trying it a few times that one of the ingredients was galacto-oligosaccharides. So yes, a high FODMAP ingredient. And then just this week, I kid you not, one of the students in one of my other programs posted a picture to have me look at the ingredients, and the first ingredient in her probiotic was inulin. So you definitely want to go into the medicine cabinet, even vitamins and supplements, and just check both the active and the inactive ingredients for anything suspicious and high FODMAP. All right, the second non-obvious way to improve your symptoms is to notice when certain activities might be connected with symptoms. So aside from the obvious stressors, like, having a fight with your best friend or your partner, those things are obviously stressful, and we talk about how stress can have a big impact on your gut. You just feel it. You feel, that sick pain, anxiety right there in your stomach. But a lot of times we miss the things that are kind of common in our daily lives, even in our routines. For example, maybe you have a weekly meeting with a particular manager at work, and you notice that on the day that you're going to talk to this person, you need to take a lot more trips to the bathroom. Or you have a really long commute, and every day before your commute, you get kind of sick to your stomach, and it could be because you're feeling anxious about being trapped in the car for that long amount of time with no bathroom access. So when you just kind of start to be aware of these things and notice if your symptoms could be connected to those stressors or to those daily activities, just noticing that and being conscious of it, and then starting to try different strategies or changing your routines. Try different things until you find something that works and you're alleviating the symptoms that are connected to, all these life events. It could be anything. We're all going to have different things that can sort of get under our skin. Okay, back to my notes. The third non-obvious way to get a big improvement in your symptoms is to tweak your eating habits and tune in to your hunger cues. So some good examples of tweaking your eating habits. You can try eating smaller, more frequent meals. This is a big one. I do say this one a lot, so maybe it is more obvious. But it's just easier on your body to digest smaller amounts of food at once. When you have that huge meal, even if it's low FODMAP, you're not feeling great, right? Even if every single thing is low FODMAP. So that's kind of where noticing your hunger cues comes in. So I was just on the phone yesterday or the day before with someone in the community, in the CBK community. I try to get on the phone with you guys as often as possible, actually. And she told me that one of her biggest light bulb moments when she started the FODMAP diet was that she became so aware of her body. She noticed that she just had to eat way less food to be satisfied. And she realized how much we do eat, especially, when we have snacks, we have easy access to tons of delicious food everywhere we go. And when you really pay attention to your hunger, you might be feeling a lot better with a bit less. And I'm not saying to deprive yourself and feel hungry on this diet, but just really get in touch with your body. Other little tweaks might be eating dinner earlier in the evening. If you're someone who gets woken up with stomach pain, or you wake up in the morning with stomach pain, something as small as having dinner 2 hours earlier. I had a client who started doing that, and that was like the turnaround for her for feeling so much better. Okay, the fourth non-obvious way to improve your symptoms is to eat more variety and not less. All right, so stick with me for a second. The tendency when you're doing the elimination phase is to think, oh, okay, the easiest way to reduce my symptoms is to eat fewer foods. The less variety I'm eating, the less chance that I'm going to run into something that triggers my symptoms. And the last thing you want is symptoms, now that you're working so hard to fix this. But what can happen is that you might notice, now that you're being very aware of your body, that certain foods just don't sit well with you. Even though broccoli is low FODMAP, the cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, they can cause digestive trouble in people who don't have IBS. They're notoriously known to cause people to have excess gas. It's just one of those foods. And there are lots of foods that can sort of upset your stomach for different non-FODMAP reasons. So what happens if you're eating broccoli at every single meal? You think you're doing the right thing. But really, the best way to avoid getting into those little vicious cycles is to sort of spread the love and eat a greater variety of foods. So there's less chance that you're going to get something that doesn't really work for you on repeat. All right, so if you have any questions about that, let me know. That's kind of a tricky one, and it's totally non-intuitive, which is true for so many things about the FODMAP diet. It's not like any other diet that you've ever heard of. So I totally understand. Okay, the fifth and final way, the non-obvious way to improve your symptoms, the absolute most, is to add another digestive support strategy. So I was just on my website. We have a little chat box on the page for the Calm Belly Quick Start program, And I was talking to someone who was chatting with me about how, especially symptoms like constipation, that can be a really sticky one. The FODMAP diet helps, but it can be stubborn, and sometimes you need to add in other strategies like a fiber supplement, something as simple as that. And in that program, we talk a lot about the tweaking and the fine-tuning and all these other skills and aspects of the FODMAP diet that really give you that dramatic improvement and make you feel so much better, feel like, you know, you're a normal person again and you're not at the mercy of IBS and digestive symptoms. So adding other support strategies, what are other examples of those? I'm actually looking at my notes for my other examples. Certain types of exercise that really just keep your belly humming along. I have clients that love doing Tai Chi, yoga, Zumba. I'm a Zumba person for sure. There might be certain exercises that it's not a magic thing about the exercise, but it's something that just makes your body feel great, gives you the energy, and all of that is good for your gut. Another example would be just being a little more vigilant about your FODMAP intake around your period or around certain times of the month. As those hormones go up and down throughout the month over and over again, it can really affect our gut. All that stuff is connected. So these other little strategies to manage symptoms, adding those in to your eating strategies is what gives you the biggest, most dramatic results. All right, so I would love to take some questions. Thank you, Erin, so much for joining me live. Thank you, Melanie. Can I answer any questions about the non-obvious factors that I just talked about or anything at all about the FODMAP diet? So everything I talked about today that I touched on are things that we're going to go in depth on in the Calm Belly Quick Start program. And again, if you are starting out with the elimination phase or you've been at it and you're not seeing dramatic enough results, then this is the program for you. And while I wait and see if any questions come in, I am just going to go ahead and put the link in the video comments. So yeah, so check it out. You can learn all about it, everything that's included, the dates. As soon as you sign up, we send you the Quick Start meal plan so that you can literally start right now. All right, Melanie says, do you have a probiotic brand that you would recommend? Oh, yes, I do. And I don't think I'll be able to think of the name of it. Okay, Melanie, when I turn the video off, I'll go look at my probiotic and put it in the comments. I'll reply to your comment because I just can't think. Okay, I got it. It's called Prescript Assist, but I will put the link, the Amazon link, I get it on Amazon, right there in the comments for you. And I know that one's good because, I mean, I've checked the ingredients, obviously, but my doctor actually recommended that one. It's an effective one that she trusts, and I trust her, so so it's all good. But that's not the only one. There are so many on the market. So if you ask another expert, you know, I'm sure there are lots of options. You are so welcome. Great question. All right, guys, if that is all you got for me, thank you so much for joining, and I will hopefully see you here again next week, all right? I've been putting this together quickly because I've been on the chat with people all day chatting about the program. So, well, I didn't put the content together quickly, but I had to set up my lights, set up my camera, set up my video. So hopefully that was nice and smooth and not too flustered, all right? Okay, another question. Would you suggest taking a collagen supplement? What would be your goal with taking it? Can you put that in there real quick? I know that it's one of those things that gets mentioned with digestion, but I don't know of any specific research on what it does for somebody with IBS symptoms. So I guess that is my answer for you. And a lot of those kinds of things that might have some evidence behind them, they're worth a try. In most cases, they can't hurt. And some things will work for you and not for the next person. So it does take a lot of experimentation. Digestion support. Yeah, I don't know of any evidence of it, but again, it might be worth a try. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And what about digestive enzymes? Good question. It's not that I'm rushing off, it's just that I thought the questions were done. Digestive enzymes are excellent. It's often recommended not to take them when you're doing the elimination phase so you can truly understand the effect of eliminating FODMAPs. You know, you want to confirm that eliminating FODMAPs is definitely helping improve your symptoms. So you might want to give it a few weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, before you start adding in enzymes, and then I would experiment with it. So again, there are so many brands on the market. I have clients who swear, you know, their enzymes truly help, and I hear that from many people. For myself personally, I haven't noticed a dramatic difference. But again, it's kind of trial and error. It's, you know, does it work for you personally? Everyone's going to be different. But I would wait until, you know, 4 to 6 weeks, and then you can start adding that in to see, like, how much does the enzyme actually improve your symptoms? You know, you're kind of doing one thing at a time to see what really makes the biggest difference. You're welcome again, Melanie. All right, yeah, great questions, guys. Thank you so much. All right. And if you have another question that you're trying to get in there, tag me and I will definitely come back and answer. All right. You're welcome, Luann. All right, guys, have an amazing night and I will talk to you soon. And now I'm just all turned around today because I don't know how to close my video. Okay. Bye. Thank you.